You don't have to worry about work or money or paying rent and your house and all of that stuff. Gone. We walked the bin from Cavan to Cork, 355k in 20 days. Like any sort of like survival skill stuff, we don't really have it. We used to walk a lot, like when we were younger. In Cavan there's not much to do, so you just walk. We walked like 4 hours once to go to a McDonald's. We were doing kind of like stupid shit for basically no reason. We were like, if we do it for charity, there's a reason to like do it. You do it and people will actually give money to a charity at the same time, and then you can kind of go bigger with it without people just thinking you're crazy.
Finally getting to live a dream of mine. Going into a cornfield. Motherfucker!
There's a lot of prep went into it. Thomas kind of planned the route for this one,
which was a complete waste of time. You don't want to be bad-mouthing people, but I am. Christy was like, the route's so important, the route's so important. I was like, surely just Google Maps it. But no, Christy was like, no, we have to have the route. If we don't have the route, we can't do it. So now I went home for 10 days, spent those 10 days doing out the route. And then within, I'd say, 20 minutes of the bin walk, when we just got up on that first massive hill, we abandoned the map and we used Google Maps.
But showers were sparse, like maybe once every 5 days. But you might wash yourself in a river or something if you're feeling greasy. As far as like food and stuff, we mostly ate takeaways. Like if we were close to a town at all, we'd just get an air code of a house nearby, takeaway. And then if you had to cook for yourself, we had like a little gas stove and we'd cook on that, do pasta and stuff, and end up spilling half our dinner on the forest floor. There was definitely arguments and stuff. Any like little stupid thing, you know, someone doesn't pick up the slack at the campsite or something. But you just kind of get through it because you're like, well, I have to keep walking this bin.
It was a mixture of pain and good times. And especially I look back now, it was the best ever because we had total freedom. We had no one bothering us. We did what we wanted. We went day by day, and we were just living in the moment, which is something you don't get anymore.
It's kind of, I had to say that I didn't know when I was going to be back, because at that stage you kind of feel like it's never going to end. So it's hard to say like, oh, it'll end in a week, because it didn't feel like it was gonna. There's like a freedom to just like, I have nothing to do today but walk this bin further than it was yesterday.
People can relate to the bin because everyone's pulled one, everyone has one, seen one. If you're pulling your bin down with all full of garbage to the bottom of the lane, like imagine doing that for 20 days and with a bag on your back.
Hello Dad. Just walking up to a road in Ballygar now. We're about 3 kilometres outside it. There we are. Bit of Bowie. Hello Mum. Hello Grace. Hello Mary Ellen. Hope you're all doing well. That's me pulling the bin.
It's really hard to describe, but all I can say is it was absolutely... I was going to say the worst thing, but that's what I mean, it's mixed emotion.
Like, these people have let us in here. They've never met us before. Dropped up food for us.
We got a phone number of someone, and then that phone rang us back, like, oh, are you ready? We're like, ready for what? And he's like, all the children outside from the primary school, all the teachers, we got the guard of honour ready, so the next few minutes you should probably start heading down in the bin. And we walked down and we couldn't believe it. It's one of those moments, like, not 15, I'd say it's about 2 minutes of fame. Work a normal job, and like you just go day by day, like no one really gives a shit at the end of the day, like you just get through, and then next thing, one day, they're like, way, clapping for you. It's something that stays there, and you know, you bring that forward with you. I do anyways. I used to say, like, when I was walking the bin in the rain, I'd be like, oh man, like I'd rather be at work right now. Like, I don't care, like, I'd rather just be in work. Now, if I'm in work and it's raining, I'd rather be out for a bit.
Oh.